Hi, welcome to True to Form Pilates and Wellness. I'm Kyle. Today we are doing a 30-ish minute body weight based class. You do not need any props, just your beautiful self. If you like this class, you know the deal. Please comment, subscribe, follow us, all the good things. With that said, we will go ahead and get started. Finding a place in the center of your mat, maybe your dog friend will help you out if you're here too. Interlace your fingers, one thumb on top, start to figure eight those wrists. Good, you wanna feel like you're squeezing those fingers together a little bit here. Taking some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then go ahead, reverse the clasp, opposite thumb on top, switch the grip of the fingers. Same thing. So we will be on our hands and our knees a little bit today. So just warming up the wrists so that they feel nice and juicy when we get there. Go ahead, release those hands. And then find a place at the back edge of your mat. Sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. Good. And then looking up towards your fingers, let the hands come down to your hips. Curl the chin to your chest. Soften the knees. Start to fold over your legs, round spine here. Good, let the head hang heavy. And then bend the knees, start to roll yourself all the way back up. Sweep the arms to the ceiling. We'll take this just 2 more times to kind of feel what is moving, what might not be moving yet. Good. One more time, dropping the hips, running yourself up. That's it, last time. Chin to chest, round it forward. And then soften, roll yourself all the way back up. Good, this time, as the arms come down by your hips, they get to stay there. Start to sit your hips back, find a squat. Good, and then maybe reach those arms forward in line with the crown of your head. Strain the knees, lower the arms. And you'll just start to take that as it feels good for your body. So feet can be hip width or a little wider here. You want to imagine sitting back into a tiny chair. Good. Feeling the work as you press through the heels. It's okay for those knees to shift a little forward here as well. So you can let the knees travel a little forward of the toes as long as your heels stay on the ground. Beautiful. Gaze can be somewhere long down to that space in front of you. Just getting the body warm. Breathing through it here. Good. We're going to take about 3-ish more, just like this. And then we'll start to add a little heel raise. So, one more time. As you straighten the legs, arms lower, lift those heels, lower the heels down, sit the hips back, and then adding on just like that. So, adding that lift of the heels or that calf raise in between each of your squats. And we're kind of flowing through this today because the purpose is to get the body warm, but I still want you to feel like you're sort of squeezing through those muscles through each rep. So try not to rush through it. Enjoy the effort. Enjoy the movement of the blood that is starting to circulate through the body. Not that it wasn't before, but still. One more time. Good. And then lower those heels. Sit your hips back. Think of the sit bones reaching a little behind you. Eyes are looking a little to the floor. Arms start to open into a T and squeeze back towards your hips and then reach overhead. Good. You're going to keep going just like this, kind of like a bird flapping its wings. There's work in both the legs and the arms here. So we're getting the whole body nice and warm. You have about 4 more. My assistant today is very sleepy. He already did his workout for the day. We have 2 more. Good. 1 more. And then arms reach back by the hips, straighten the legs, stand it up. Beautiful work. Start to bring the chin down towards the chest, soften those knees. Hands will make contact with the floor here. Keep the knees as soft as you need. Start to walk your hands out into a plank position. So we're looking for the place where the shoulders line up over the wrists. Those feet are strongly flexed. The belly is kind of pulling away from the floor by pressing down into those arms and puffing that upper back a little towards the ceiling. You can squeeze your butt here as well. Feel the thighs working. You've got this for 4. For 3, just finding the shape. 2, 1. Soften the knees as you need. Pike those hips. Walk those hands back towards your feet. Hang over the legs. Bend those knees. Roll yourself up. Sweep the arms to the ceiling. And then we do that again. Hands come down, chin to chest. Start to round it over the legs. Walk yourself out. Find your plank. We won't hold it there as long this time, but establish the shape. So feel all of the things you want working here. And then as you're ready, pike those hips, walk those hands back. Good. Soft knees. Round it all the way up. We'll take 2 more just like this. So truly warming up through the whole body. Walking those hands out. Finding that plank position. And then as you're ready, pike those hips. Walk it back in. Round yourself all the way up to stand. Nice. And 1 more just like that. Chin to chest. All the way out. Holding it here, finding that strength. And then as you're ready, piking those hips, walking those hands. Soft knees as you need. Roll the spine all the way up. Amazing. From here, come to the center of your mat. Let the feet go wide. Toes are pointing forward towards me. Outer edges of the feet pressing down into the floor. We'll bend that left knee, shift the weight into the left leg. That right hand down to the inner edge of that foot. Reach that left arm up to the ceiling. Find a twist here. Pull the arms apart. Try to look up to that top hand if you can. And now start to release that twist. Shift the weight over to the second side. So bending into that right knee, left hand down, right arm up to the ceiling. Deep twist. And 1 more time. We'll go back to that first side. So shifting that weight, press down, reach up, pull the arms apart. Try to straighten that right leg if you can, outer edge of that right foot, pushing the floor away. Bend deeper into that left knee. And then as you're ready, shift through center. Other side, second side. So pressing that left hand down, right arm reaches up. Left leg is straightening as much as you can. Bend a little deeper into that right leg. Good. And then as you're ready, shift the body weight through center. Both knees straight. Hang over the legs as much as feels good here. Hands are touching the floor if you can. We'll turn the heels in, toes out. So you're finding a deep sumo squat stance here. Good. And then from there, use your hands, come up onto your thighs, straighten your legs. Nice. This time, bend those knees wide. Fingertips tap the floor. Arms lift up as we straighten the legs. So just keeping this dynamic warm-up going for a few more rounds here. You want to feel the heels, the outer edges of the foot pressing down from the side. You're letting your hips reach back every time you tap those fingers to the floor. Good. All 10 toes also pressing into the mat. You're here for 5. Good. For 4. Nice work. For 3. 2 more. Last one. All the way up. Relax those arms. All right, step those feet to center. Come to the front of your mat. A little bit to get our heart rate up here. We're going to stagger. Step the right leg as far behind you as you can. And then you can have the hands on the hips. Both knees bend here. Back knee may tap the mat. And then straighten both legs together. Good. So just that part first. We bend and straighten. So this is the first version. If this feels like the work that you want to stay at for today, I invite you to do this. Perfectly excellent option. If you're ready for a little more, that's this next part. So as you're ready, we'll bend those knees. Good. The back leg is going to kick forward, opposite hand towards the opposite foot. You bend it back in, you step it down. So we're adding a little kick and a little twist into this movement. If that feels really crazy and you want to stick with that first variation, stick with the first variation. That's why there's 2 options. Good. We've got this for 5. For 4. Woo, balance is hard. For 3. For 2. 1 more. Good. All the way up, we switch legs. So starting the same way, you step second leg back, stagger the feet. They want to feel about hip width apart. Hands can be on the hips. We'll bend both knees, straighten both legs. So again, perfectly amazing option here. If this is where you're at for today, as you can hear, my breath is starting to rise a little because those kicks, they really do take a little bit of energy, but that's the idea. So we're here for 4. Good. For 3. This is 2. 1 more. Staying here if this feels good. Or we're going to bend and then kick it forward. Step it back. Good. Body is twisting a little to the leg that's kicking forward. This might be the place where you find that one leg feels significantly stronger than the other. We've got this for 4. For 3. For 2. 1 more. And then wherever you are, step both feet forward. Take a walk to the back of your mat. Good. Bring the chin to your chest. Round yourself down over those legs. Oh my goodness. Walk yourself out into a down dog. So hands wide and then tread through the feet here. Breathing. Calming the breath, calming the mind. We're going to go into a little sort of weight-bearing strength portion, some stretching, and then you're out of here. So from your down dog, press through those arms, and then see if from where you are, can you bend the knees enough to shift the weight forward into a plank. You might have to adjust by stepping those feet back. Taking a breath here, press down into those arms, and now start to bend your right knee into your chest, step it back, and then find that on the left. So sneaky, slow mountain climber here with the focus of pushing the floor down underneath you. Good, you guys. Amazing work. You've got this for 6, for 5. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Find that plank. Pike those hips to the ceiling. Take a breath. Good. And then gently tap those knees down to the mat. So finding your all fours position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We lengthen. Left leg back. Curl those left toes under. From there, left leg stays as straight as it can. You flex the foot, lift the thigh, tap the toes down. Excellent. Keep it going. Try to shift more of your body weight into the left side of your body so that you resist transferring all of the weight over to that right side. Taking just 2 more here. Tapping those toes and then coming all the way in. We go to the other side. Lengthen, right leg back, same thing. Push down into those hands, flex the foot, lift that thigh. And then as much as you're thinking of squeezing the back of that right thigh here, you also want to try and feel like you're pushing down into your 3 supporting points as hard as you can to keep that lower back nice and supported. 2 more. 1 more. Tap those toes. Bend it in. Amazing. Back to the first side. Lengthen that left leg back. This time, right fingertips reach to the front corner of that right side of the mat. We flex the left foot. We lift the right arm, the left leg together, and then we tap the fingers and the toes. Good. As you go into your bird dog here, same idea. Keep trying to shift the body weight towards the center of your mat. Square those hips and shoulders down to the floor. And also, try to find almost a 1-second hold at the top. So the important part is the squeeze, the hold at the top, and then the lowering down. We take this for 3, 2, 1 more. All the way in, we're gonna switch. Right leg back, left arm reaches forward. Same idea, fingertips and heel, they lift, and then you tap it down. Good. Flexing through that back heel. How straight can you make your knee? How far away from you can you reach that left arm? We're gonna take about 5 more. Beautiful job. For 4. Grow strong through those 2 points, rooting down into the floor. Good, one more time. And then everything comes all the way in. Bend those knees wide. Take a child's pose here. Give yourself a breath. Good boy, Moose. You're being so good. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back onto all fours. So shift that weight forward, back onto the hands, the knees. I know the wrists can get a little tired here, but weight bearing is very good for helping us maintain that bone density. Lengthen that left leg back again. Reach that right arm forward. Float the heel of the hand up one more time. This time, hold it there. And now see if you can start to round the spine as you bend your elbow towards your knee. They may or may not tap. And then straighten them back out, and you'll start to find that flow, that rounding as you pull it in, and then that reaching as you push away. Keep it going. You can go as slow or fast as your body needs you to go today. The hard part is to find that midline or that sense of center that keeps you in the middle of your mat with both of these limbs moving. We'll take 2 more. Good, one more time. And then straighten everything out. Just find that hold, that lifting up. Bring it all the way in, other side. So this time, right leg back, left arm forward. Reach them up. And same thing, start to bend elbow, knee, round it in, and then straighten back out. Such nice work here, you guys. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. As it serves you here, we've got about 4 more. For 4. That's it. For 3, 2 more. 1 more. All the way out and then down. Rest. All right, from here, lay yourself down onto your belly, and then hands will stay right by the ribs. Feet can be about mat width distance. We want to tuck the tailbone under and push the hip bones forward into the mat, which will feel probably like squeezing your butt a little bit. Hands by those shoulders, elbows by the ribs, nose is looking down towards the floor. Push into those arms, start to lift your head and chest into any version of swan that feels good. So if you want to come all the way up and this feels nice for you, amazing. Could also be somewhere in the middle, so you could also be in this hover, whatever feels awesome. Lower the chest, the head down. We'll do that again a few times. Push through those arms, start to lift it up. Find that back bend, whatever feels the most invigorating for you today. So it could be big back bend or small back bend. It just depends. We'll take 2 more. Pressing through the arms, squeezing the elbows to the ribs. Feel the effort. Good. And then lower, lengthen all the way down. Last time. Press, lift it up. Taking that breath. And then lowering, finding the length all the way down. This time that nose will tap the mat. Good. We'll keep those hands right by those shoulders and elbows by the ribs. Hover your nose, your head, your chest just a few inches off the mat. And think slightest tuck of the chin here so that the back of the neck gets to stay long. Again, focusing on the tuck of the tail, so pushing the hips forward by squeezing the butt. Pick your hands up off the mat. So now you're really hovering off the floor from the strength of your back muscles. See if you can start to reach your arms overhead like Superman, Superwoman, super person. Bend the elbows back into your ribs and then find that again. So working that overhead reach, really strong back, strong arms, strong shoulders here. So keep this going. The really tough part is to maintain the hover, especially as you reach those arms all the way forward. and then bend them back in. Good. We've got about 4 more here. It is normal to feel all of the things working in this position. Good. 2 more. Excellent. 1 more. Bend the elbows into your ribs. Rest everything down. Take a breath. You can gently shift the hips from side to side. If you are a desk working person or a texting person, this is good for you. So basically all of us, right? All right, 1 more idea. So tuck the tailbone, push the hips forward. Find that same hover of your head, your chest. Pick those hands up off the mat. Reach your arms into a capital letter T, palms facing towards the floor. We start to squeeze those palms back towards the hips, maybe letting the chest lift just a little higher. And then open the arms back into your T, keep that height. Again, like a bird, you squeeze. Palms towards the hips. Open the arms into the T. So very similar to what we did in our squat at the beginning of class, but just a totally different orientation to gravity here. You've got this. We have about 3 more. I am sweating, friends. This is a lot of work. 2 more. 1 more. And then bending the elbows. Rest everything down. Oh, that was so much. Okay, press your hips back to your heels. Let your lower back stretch for a second. Give yourself a moment to regroup. We're almost there. All right, we're laying ourselves down onto our sides. So we're gonna line up with the back edge of our mat, do a little bit of hip mobility, hip strengthening work, some stretching, and then you're out of here. So knees will be bent, 90-degree angle. A little flex in that top foot. You're gonna lift that top leg up, extend it underneath you. Good, and here, try to find that top hip directly on top of the bottom hip. So usually most of us need to squeeze the butt, roll the hip a little forward. Flex that foot, kick your top leg as far forward as you can, and then grab the back of your thigh or your calf, or if you're fancy, your foot, wherever you can hold on, and find a stretch through the back of that leg. So you want to feel the tension of your leg and hand against each other here as you stick your butt out just a little bit. Good, so much information, I know. Take a breath. Now, bend that top knee, catch that same ankle, push the ankle into your hand and press that thigh, that knee away from you. You're looking for a thigh stretch here. Breathe in this position. Release the ankle, lengthen the leg, kick it forward again. Find that same grab, either calf, thigh, foot, wherever you can hold on. And then bend the knee, catch the ankle, find that thigh stretch. We get to do this 2 more times, just starting to find that mobility. So lengthen the leg, kick it forward, find that catch, and then bend, find the ankle, press that knee long underneath you. So good, 1 more time. Lengthen the leg, kick it forward, maybe grabbing a little further down the leg this time if you've gained a little bit of mobility here. Bend that knee, catch the ankle, press that thigh away from you. And then this time, releasing the ankle, straighten that top leg all the way underneath you. Top hand can rest to the mat. We start to kick that top leg as far forward as you can, and then brush it as far back as you can. Your goal here is to keep your knee as straight as possible and try to reach that leg or that heel as far away from you as possible. So we're finding energy in that top working hip here by swinging that leg forward and then swinging it back. Excellent. Take about 3 more. 2 more. Good. 1 more time. And now we're changing it up. So we're gonna swing that leg forward to wherever that is. And maybe forward is here. Maybe forward is not all the way here. That's totally fine. You're gonna circle the ankle up to the ceiling and then back behind you. So your goal here is to make your circle as big as you can, but keeping your knee as straight as possible and all 5 toes parallel. So those toes wanna stay pointing towards me this whole time. Good. And the more you flex your pinky toe here, really pull it towards your face, the more I promise the outer chain of that leg will work. We have 2 more. 1 more. Now we gotta reverse. We go the other way. Swing it back, around and up. That's it. Beautiful work here. So these muscles around our hips, super important for hip health, which is also why they can get a little cranky when we don't work them. Take 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Last time. I know I'm a terrible counter. And then relax. Good job, leg. You did so awesome. Press yourself up to sit. Bring your hands behind you. The leg that you just worked, that ankle, flex that foot. Bring it across the opposite thigh. Flex the foot and push the knee away from you. The hands can walk in as close as feels good. Try to avoid rounding here. Push into those arms. Lift the chest. If you feel like this is really tight, you can sneak that bottom leg away. If you want more, you can bring that heel and sit bone closer and try to sit up tall from here. Depends on how it feels. So take a breath. Good. And then go ahead, let that release. We have to go over to the other side. So same idea. We line ourselves up with the back edge of the mat. Lay yourself down. Find that little prop for your head if it feels nice. And then knees at the 90-degree angle to start. Top hand in front of you. That top leg is going to straighten underneath you, and then do that hip check. So make sure hips are stacked kind of right on top of each other. Maybe roll that top hip a little forward. We kick that top leg as far forward as you can, and then again, we catch either the back of the thigh, the calf, the foot, wherever you can hold on, but push the hand and the leg into each other. So you're not just pulling the leg towards you, you're also pushing the leg away to find that dynamic stretch. Take a breath. Start to bend the knee, catch that front ankle, press the thigh away from you, squeeze the butt to push the hips forward here for a little extra stretch. Release the ankle, kick the leg forward again, find that catch. Ooh, this side is tighter for me. Bend the knee, catch the ankle, same thing, press the thigh. Lengthen that leg, kick it forward. Good, again, find that grab, ooh, that pull. And then bend the knee, find the catch. We have 1 more just like this. Aren't you so grateful that you only have 2 legs? I am. Just imagine if we were like a dog and we had to do this 4 times. 1 more breath. Last time, catch the ankle, press the thigh, the knee away. Excellent. Now release that leg. It goes long underneath you, top hand to the mat. Kick the leg as far forward as you can. Brush the leg as far back as you can. And it's that pendulum action of the leg here, that swinging action, but it's a controlled swinging action, right? So you can go quick here. It doesn't have to be slow, but you want to really feel like you're pushing that energy out through the leg as you move here so that you get as much activation as possible through the top of that hip and that thigh. Beautiful. We'll take 3 more for 3. This is 2. 1 more. Good. This time we swing that leg forward, flex the foot. We lift that ankle up, we circle the heel back, and we start to find those giant circles. And again, maybe your circle is here. Maybe it's here. Doesn't have to be giant circle. It's whatever feels like it's getting into that outer hip for you as you circle. We have 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now reverse. Go the other way. Oh, reach it up and forward. That's it. Good work, you guys. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, whatever works. We have 3 more for 3. This is 2. 1 more. All the way down. Relax that leg. Good job, leg. All right, bring yourself all the way up. Feet to the floor. The leg that just worked. You flex that ankle, you bring it across the opposite thigh. Keeping the foot flexed just helps secure the knee, so really focus on that flex. Push the thigh away from you, and then bring your hands close to your sit bones, and then you know the deal. If you need a little less, walk that bottom leg away. If you want a little more, scoot yourself forward, press through the arms, breathe here. So you get to decide what feels like a good stretch for you. Sometimes it's different day to day. It doesn't have to be the same. Oh, 1 more deep breath. Good. Go ahead, release the leg. We're going to do a little saw so we get some rotation in the spine. And then we're basically done. So legs lengthened long in front of you. soft bend in the knees if you need so that you feel like you can sit on top of your sit bones. If this is super uncomfortable, you could also bring yoga bricks or a pillow underneath your seat to help here. From there, reach your arms out into your T shape and then rotate over to the right side. As you twist to the right, pull your left hip back to square your hips off. So both heels are trying to stay the same length. And now your opposite hand, your left hand, is going to reach forward either towards your right thigh or calf, maybe to your right foot. You pull with the hand against the leg. Look towards the back right arm and now try to bring your left ear closer to your right knee. So deep pull and twist here. Still trying to square that hip off by pulling the left hip back as you try to twist towards the right. Then releasing the grip of the foot, stack the spine all the way up in the twist, come to center, twist over to the left, same thing. Right hip pulls back a little to square off the hips. Right hand comes forward either to the left thigh, calf, or the foot, wherever you can hold. Eyes look back to that left thumb, right ear towards that left leg, and now you pull and breathe here. So you're looking for a stretch somewhere, either in the ribs or across that low back. Taking a breath. Release the grip. Stack yourself up in that twist. Come to center. One more time, slow to each side. So twisting back to the first side, same thing. Reach opposite hand forward to opposite leg, grabbing either the foot or the calf, pulling that opposite ear down to that opposite thigh. Stack yourself up in the twist, unwind to center. Twisting to the second side, reach it forward, grabbing calf or foot wherever you can hold, pull and twist here. Release that grab, stack the spine, up to center, and now we're just gonna flow through the movement. So twist, reach, fold it forward, stack the spine, unwind. Same thing, other side. So just moving through it a little like a dance, or I always like to think of a little mechanical robot here because that's how I feel. But whatever works for you, it's just finding the twist and reach through the spine, through the arms, getting a little bit of movement, being less precious, less perfect with it. We have about 4 more from here, connecting to the breath. Good, you can go fast, you can go slow. It's whatever feels good. One more time to each side. And then whenever you're done, we'll meet in center. Hold it here. Bring your hands back behind your hips, fingertips towards those sit bones. Bend the knees, step into the feet. Tuck the tail, press the hips up, open through the chest. Let the eyes look up or back, whatever feels good. And then bring the chin to your chest, tap the sit bones down. We'll take that a few times. Table the hips, step into the feet, lift through the chest, spread through the collarbones. Chin to chest, tap it down. Good, 2 more times. This should feel nice for the body. And then all the way down. Excellent. Last time, lift it up. And then all the way down. Amazing work. Last thing, we're gonna roll like a ball, and then you're out of here. So you wanna be somewhere in the middle of your mat. Make sure there's nothing behind you where you're gonna conk your head. And then from there, bring your heels close to you. Grab the front of your ankles or your shins, wherever you can hold on. Pick the heels up off the mat. Really push the shins, the hands into each other. Big round shape with the back. Gaze towards the navel here, so tucking the chin towards the chest. Balancing just behind the sit bones, we try to keep this shape as you rock back to the shoulder blades, and then ideally rock right back up, pause at the top. Maybe it didn't look like that, but that's okay. We're gonna do it a few times. So just rocking and rolling here. The goal is to keep the tight ball shape and use it as a way to massage out that lower spine, that upper back. Good, keep going. It's not pretty, it's not fancy, it's very basic, but it's something all of our bodies could use. Take 3 more. Good, 2 more. 1 more time. And then let those feet tap down. All right, cross those ankles onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Take a breath. We're gonna tuck those toes under. Pluck those knees an inch up off the mat. Hover and hold here. Strong through the belly. Good. Keeping this shape, or maybe tapping the knees, picking them right back up. So little knee tap to finish here. The goal is to feel like the knees barely touch the floor, and then come right back up. So you're challenging that push down through the arms into the floor and the strength of your belly. We have this for 4, for 3, 2, hold it. Pike the hips, find a down dog, take a breath. Your stance will feel a little narrow here. From here, we shift everything forward, find that knee hover. Pike the hips right back up. So little flow to finish here, pressing down through the arms, just enjoying that crease of the ankles, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, the whole shebang. You've got it. 2 more. Beautiful. One more time. This time we hover those knees. You hold it. Breathe, push into the floor. Your last little push here. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Pike the hips. Step the feet back a little as you need to widen your down dog stance. Bend the knees as much as you need to push through your arms and move your chest in the direction of your thighs as you tread through the feet here. Should feel good. And then find a place where both heels can be as soft as possible. That might involve bending the knees quite a bit. And then just press through the arms and take a breath. Let the head hang heavy. And then you're going to find a forward fold, however you want to get there. Either hands to feet or feet to hands. Whatever feels better. Feet will set up a little wider than the hips. So maybe mat-width-ish distance here. So you can hang yourself forward as much as feels good. Bring opposite hands into opposite elbows. Little shift from side to side, just taking the weight out of the arms for a second. And then drop the arms heavy to the floor. Soft knees, start to roll the spine all the way up to stand. At the very top of your spine, you can step those feet towards each other. Sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Catch your opposite hand with the opposite wrist. Little side bend away. All the way up to center. Reach up. Side bend. And then all the way back to center. Relax those arms down. Thank your body for showing up today. You guys did awesome. Thank you for coming to live class. I hope that we see you next time.